Welcome back to our YouTube channel, Aman Codes. We are in list category data types. So in that we have completed list data type. List is unmutable, right? So from this episode, we are going to see about tuple data type. Tuple data type is an immutable. So let's see what is tuple data type. See today's episode, tuple data type. So tuple is an ordered immutable sequence of elements. See here, ordered immutable sequence of elements in a sense. So list is an ordered mutable sequence. Mutable means we can modify the list elements, right? So here, ordered sequence of elements that are immutable. Immutable in the sense we can't change or modify, right? So let's see what is tuple. Here, tuple is one of the predefined class and it treated as a list category data type. So in the list category data type, the tuple data type has been present, right? So which is one of the predefined class here. The purpose of the tuple data type is that to store multiple values either of same type or different type or both the types in single object with unique or duplicate values as constant values. See here, in list object, we can store multiple values of same type or different type or both type also in single object only. So in list also, we are going to store the multiple values of same type and different type or both the types in single object with unique or duplicate values. Same as list. See here, but in tuple, we are storing constant values in the sense unchangeable values, constant values in the sense unchangeable values, right? So unchangeable values examples are, suppose if you have an bank account, then the account number is known as constant value, right? If you want to check your balance in your bank, then you have to give an account number, right? Which is a constant value. Account number is a constant value, right? So that constant values are stored in the form of tuple data type. See here, tuple data types are used to store these constant values like account number, rule number, hall ticket number, etc. which are constant values, can't change, right? Based on the rule number only, the student name is going to be retrieved, right? List stores multiple values, different type of same type also in single object only. But what is the difference between the tuple and list is a sense? So tuple stores constant values and it is an immutable. That constant value is not changeable. So in list, this constant value is going to be changeable. So in tuple, the account number is not going to be changeable. So if you declare this account number in list, then it is changeable, right? So it is mutable. So that is the reason we are using the data type called tuple data type. So in order to store the constant value, for example, account number, rule number, etc. So the purpose of the tuple data type is the same like list data type, but it stores an constant value. That constant value is can't modified or can't changed. To store the value of tuple object, we are using basis and the values are must and should separate with the commas. So let's see the syntax here. Variable name is equals to, so value 1, value 2, so on up to value n, and the values are separated with commas, right? See here, comma, comma. So here also comma, right? So this is a syntax for tuple data type. So an object of an tuple maintains an insertion order. See here, list also maintains an insertion order. Tuple also maintains an insertion order. See here, whatever the order we have added, in the same order the data will be displayed. Next, on the object of tuple, we can perform both indexing and slicing also. We can retrieve the data in the form of indexing and slicing operations in tuple. So an object of tuple belongs to immutable because it does not support item assignment. With the tuple class, we can create two types of tuple objects. As you seen in list, we can also create two types of list object like empty list, non-empty list, right? Same here also, empty tuple and non-empty tuple we are going to be declaring. So let's see what is an empty tuple. So empty tuple, same like list here, an empty tuple is one which does not contains any elements and whose length is 0. So which variable length is 0 and which does not contains any elements or values, then that tuple is known as an empty tuple. So let's see the syntaxes to declare the tuple. So, so see here, variable name is equals to direct braces. See here. So it declares empty tuple. Variable name is equals to tuple of. So this is also an empty tuple declaration. So let's see the examples and practical way how an empty tuple is going to be declared. Now I'm opening the Python command prompt to see here. So here I'm declaring a tuple object TPL is equals to here braces only. Now I'm trying to print the TPL and its type. See here, type of TPL. So this is our TPL which comes under class tuple in Python programming language, right? No, next I'm going to see the length of this TPL. Okay. See, it is 0. See here 0, right? So, and so an empty tuple is one which has 0 elements and which has length 0 is known as an empty tuple. So this is one way to declare an empty tuple, and another way to declare an empty tuple is so TPL2. So by this also we can declare an empty tuple. So this is our empty TPL2 which comes under class tuple. Now I'm going to check the length of TPL2. See here. So the length of TPL2 is also 0. See, by using this two type of syntaxes, we can declare an empty tuple in Python program. And also, an empty tuple is one whose does not contains any elements and whose length is 0. See here, 0. So this is an empty tuple. So let's see what is non-empty tuple. See here, a non-empty tuple is one which contains elements and whose length is also greater than 0. So the opposite of empty tuple is non-empty tuple, right? So let's see the syntaxes. So by using the 8 syntaxes, we can declare an non-empty tuple. So let's see one by one syntax. So let's go with the syntax number 1. Variable name is equals to value 1, value 2, and so on, value n. So each values must and should separated with commas. See here, comma, right? So let's see the syntax. So I'm going to declare a variable called a TPL. In that I'm going to declare values. See here. So I have declared an TPL object that values. So that TPL contains these type of values. Different type of values or same type of values. Same type of values here is integer values. Different type of values here is this is str value. This is float value, right? So like this, right? Okay. Next, I'm going to print that this TPL. See here. I'm going to print this TPL and its type. See here. So see this. This is our TPL data and which comes under which comes under class tuple, right? So this is one way to declare an tuple object. So another syntax is that, and let's see the length of this TPL. Length of TPL. See here, the length of TPL is greater than 0, right? So greater than 0 in the sense, it is known as a non-empty tuple. Let's go with second syntax. Variable name is equals to without braces. Values are separated by commas, right? Let's see this syntax. TPL2 is equals to direct values 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma. See here, this is our TPL2. Let's see what is this TPL2. Is this a tuple or is this a string? Let's see, this is our value TPL2 consist and which comes under class tuple. So tuple also can declare without braces. This is an important point. This braces also we can declare the tuple object, but values must and should separate by the comma. So if you forgot to separate the values by using comma, then you get an syntax error. Third syntax, see here, variable name is equals to single value comma. So see here TPL3 I'm going to use here and I'm declaring here. So element called 56 and I'm declaring comma here. See, now I'm trying to print this TPL3 and its type. See here, this is our data and which comes into tuple class, right? So this is one way to declare an tuple object. And the syntax number 4 is that variable name is equals to tuple of iterable object. Iterable object in the sense, so which contains multiple values. First of all, I'm going to store this in a variable called TPL4. I have stored this data in TPL4 and I'm going to print the TPL4 and its type. See here, this is our data and which comes under class tuple. So by using this syntax, we can easily observe that we are doing typecasting, right? So we are converting the list data into tuple data, right? So next we are going with syntax number 5. Variable name is equals to tuple of iterable object of this. See here. So TPL5 is equals to same iterable object, right? So 45 comma. So now we are going to print the TPL5 and its type. See here. C, which comes under tuple class, right? This is another way to declare an tuple object. So now go with sixth syntax. Tuple of iterable object with comma. So square brackets over here. So let's see this one. I'm going to do this clear and I'm declaring an a variable called TPL6 and that is equals to tuple of this inside iterable object. Tuple of iterable object, right? Here comma. Let's see this. I'm trying to print the TPL6 and its type. See here. So this is our data which has declared here in the list. So which converted into tuple. So this is an another way in order to represent tuple data type. So let's see the seventh syntax. Here non-iterable object, non-iterable object, right? So I'm declaring A is equals to 90. See here, this is a non-iterable object which comes under int class, right? So now I'm trying to print the value of A and its type. See here, in order to prove this value is int type. See, this is our value called 90 and which comes under int class, right? So this is one of a non-iterable object. So in order to convert this non-iterable object into tuple type, we can use this type of syntax. Now I'm declaring a variable called TPL7 that is equals to tuple of inside this a non-iterable object. Non-iterable object in our data is A. So I'm declaring A here. Now I'm trying to print the TPL7 and its type. See here. So this is our data which comes under class tuple. So this is another way to declare tuple class. So let's see the last syntax called syntax 8. So let's see this last syntax. Variable name is equals to tuple of non-iterable object. So non-iterable object is the same like int object, right? So in the place of this list, we are declaring here directly tuple, right? So let's see. So now I'm using the same variable called A and I'm trying to print the value of A and its type. See here. See here, our value is 90, which comes under class int, right? Now I'm using TPL8 is equals to tuple of. Here inside we have to declare an iterable object called A comma. So now I'm going to print the TPL8 and its type. See here. This is our value which comes under class tuple, right? So these are the 8 important syntaxes in order to declare an tuple object. So if you want to declare an tuple object by using these 8 ways we can declare. So these 8 ways, these 8 syntaxes are very important for an interview purpose. See here. See here, I'm going to discuss an important note here. The functionality of tuple is exactly similar to list, but an object of list belongs to mutable, whereas an tuple object belongs to immutable. So see here, list object is mutable and tuple object is immutable. So remaining functionalities of list and tuple are exactly similar, not same, but exactly similar to list. So this is an important note. So let's see how indexing and slicing will be done in here. See here, this is our TPL, right? So in this TPL, I want to do indexing TPL of 0 in order to retrieve P. See here, P has been retrieved. So same TPL of -1. If I declared N is going to be retrieved. See here, next TPL of minus 2. Here O is going to be retrieved, right? Same. So indexing can done by using this tuple data type. So in tuple data type, indexing can done in tuple data type. So now I'm going to see the slicing. See here. Now I'm going to do the slicing. See here. Now from 0 to end value is 2. I want to print the values. So 0 is P, 2 minus 1 is 1. So Py is going to be retrieved. See here, Py has been retrieved. So I want to give the step value called to P has been retrieved. See here. So now I want to go with like this. See here. So 0, comma 5. 5 minus 4 is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So up to P to O it has going to be selected. Here I mentioned the step value 2, right? So P is going to be retrieved, P plus 2. So here T is going to be retrieved, here O is going to be retrieved. PTO is going to be retrieved, see here. PTO has been retrieved, right? So in tuple object, we can do indexing, and also in tuple object, we can do slicing. So tuple object maintains an insertion order, right? See here, this is our, no, I'm declaring an tuple object TPL is equals to, see here, I'm printing the TPL and its type, see here. See, whatever the order I have entered, the same order that has been retrieved. We can retrieve this in line by line. See here. So this is about tuple data type. In upcoming videos, we are going to discuss about predefined functions in tuple. And that's it for today's video. I hope you all understand. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Aman Codes. Thank you so much for watching.